Okay, here's an overall view so far of what the Union Station project looks like. You can see I've got a lot of work yet to do. The whole station is supported on a large platform, you can see. This platform will be flanked by two large bridges, street bridges, traffic bridges, one here on this side and then one again over on this side. So these roadways will have a way to connect on both sides. Underneath there will be about 5 tracks running underneath there, plus in front of the station there will be about 7 or so tracks for a large freight yard. The only piece on the street level portion that I still have to build is the columns here for the south entry. That's the only real significant piece that needs to be constructed still. The roof panels are just kind of roughly set in place. They're not glued in place yet, but you can get an idea of what they're going to look like once they're completed. I've got one small piece to put on the back still. That's a roof panel that's not done yet. And you can see the north entry, that set of columns that needs to be done for the south entry. This one last piece to finish on the street level portion here. Looking at the back side of the terminal, or station rather, you can see I've got some more pieces to build in the back here. Got to get this to join up a little bit. Big parts to do in the back are going to be the elevator shafts and the stairwells to finish up. Kind of see how that's going to be here. There's going to be 2 for each concourse. Right now I just have one platform in place. There'll be another platform here between these tracks, and there'll be a similar structure for the stairwells and the elevator shafts coming down right about here on each concourse. So for now, they're just kind of floating out here. But gives you an idea what's going on the back side of the station. This, of course, is where the trains will be coming in. So got a little repair to do on the platform. Unfortunately, I had a bit of an accident. A chair tipped over and broke my baseboard. I just had to glue that back together and reset the tracks. And it did a little minor damage to the platform here. I'll have to fix that up, but otherwise it's not too bad shape. All this has got to be kind of fitted together. You can see I got a big gap here. I just haven't quite put these pieces together as tight as they can be. One more roof piece to fit in here. The clock tower was kind of an afterthought, so it might kind of looks a little goofy there with that gable there in the bottom there at the bottom of the clock tower. The whole clock tower again was a big afterthought. Thought of perhaps needed to be a little bigger, a little more robust. So, and again, had the problems with getting these things centered correctly. There's a little bit off center here on the peak, and I'm hoping that won't show up too bad once everything's done. But looking at the back of the station here, you can see the concourses extending out over the tracks, and eventually be stairwells and elevator shafts connecting the concourses down to the platforms. So that's kind of where things are at for now with the Union Station. We got a lot of work yet to do. The street level portion, what I call up here on the platform, is almost done in terms of getting the painting and structures done. The roof panels are again the next big project to do and get those all straightened out. You can see on the north side here I've got almost done. I need to buy a few more supplies, so I'm at a halt for now, but we'll get back to work on it soon. So that's where we're at. I've been working on roof panels. You can see that's quite a lot going on here. We got clamps holding down the parts of the roof on the north side of the north wing, and doing some little rubber band action here, trying to get things attached here and held down. So, been a little busy with roof panels, and can tell I got lots of little gaps and things to fill in here, so it's going to take a little time to get everything settled down here, but we're making some progress. Everything is getting a little topsy-turvy here as I'm trying to clamp down pieces of the roof panel for gluing them onto the walls here. Unfortunately, the pieces don't quite fit as nice and snug as I'd like to, so it's taking lots of clamps and lots of time for the glue to set and dry to get everything where I want it. So you can get kind of an idea what battle we're up against here, slowly gluing things together. Well, a few more pieces added to the roof. See, I've got these clamped in place. This side over here turned out to be a little short, so I've added some little extension pieces on there. I'll have to kind of fill in sand and paint that to make that all match up. These clamps have been on long enough. I can take these off and kind of get a look at what's going on here. This roof is in place. The station is almost done, or this part of the station I should say, it's almost done. I've got one little piece to add on to the front, one more set of columns here to the front, and where'd that piece go? Well, here's the last of my roof pieces here. One more roof piece to add onto here, and then structurally the north wing will be complete. So I've got a few more little strips to add to complete the rest of the roof, and put this little part on there, and made a lot of progress on roof panels. They didn't all quite come together as nicely as I would like to. I've got a few little things to fix here and fill in and add here a little bit, little pieces that need to be filled in, some little gaps I need to fix. There's some gaps along here I gotta fix because the panels didn't quite come together as nicely as I wanted to, but we'll get all that sealed up, and then I hope I've got all my light leaks fixed and nothing shining through the roof. I used paint and aluminum foil on the inside of the roof panels as a light block. You can see I've got just some little things that are going to be filled in here, little gaps, and of course paint the rest of this roof. I decided to put this roof on in pieces rather than what I did over here on this side. I had this whole section together and I tried to put it all on as one big piece, and it turned out that it didn't quite line up here after doing that. You can see there's some gaps in here a little bit that need to be filled. It's going to be a little bit of a problem here trying to turn this so you can see it in the light. Oh, I'm losing my pieces here. There we go. Not quite lining up here. I got a bit of a gap here that needs to be filled in. But all the other parts seem to go pretty well. I've got to look around all the undersides here and try to fill in all any gaps that may have turned up in the process of gluing these panels in place. The clamps helped a lot to hold them in place because they didn't quite go on as nice and snug as I wanted them to, so I had to do a lot of clamping and fitting to get them on there, and they're not quite perfect, but you know, I'm thinking it's been a long time trying to get this far, so some of the little discrepancies I think I can overlook. So that's where we're at for now. I'm gonna let this video come to a close, and the next time I check in with you, I should have the rest of these pieces added on here to complete the north wing. Just a little bit of more work to do on that to get that entryway ready, and we should be in good shape. So north wing is almost done on the street level part. Still got all the elevator shafts and stairwells in the back to do, but in the front it's looking pretty good. It's just a lot of little patchwork to do now to get this complete. So once again, thanks for stopping by. I hope you're enjoying the series. This has been a long series, and hoping to finish it up soon. I got the south wing next to work on. You can see I got lots of pieces here yet to do, painting and filling in, so lots of work yet to do on the south wing here. So north wing is almost complete. So I'm going to leave it there for now. Once again, thank you for stopping by. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Thanks for staying. I sure do appreciate all the interest and support from all the viewers and so forth. So I hope all your modeling projects are going well. And we'll see you next month, probably with another edition of Building Union Station. So thanks. Talk to you all later. Bye-bye.